It's an ordinary hike through the woods to an extraordinary destination.
This is an ancient place, several 100 million years in the making.
That requires a challenging climb down.
Don't turn loose of the rope, whatever you do.
Mark Thurman and Kathleen Williams tackled this tricky descent.
I'm weak-kneed, but it's exhilarating.
Knowing their labors will be rewarded by one of the most breathtaking views in Tennessee.
I love to come down here. You can see how deep the gorge is, you know, especially on that other side. It's fabulous.
Just the ruggedness of it has kept it pretty pristine.
Towering high above the Blackburn Fork State Scenic River, tree-lined rock bluffs form a protective fortress. Shaped by the water's persistent passage, these steep canyon walls can both humble and inspire.
It's definitely a lesson in scale because suddenly you're a lot smaller.
Right now it's wild. It looks like it has for hundreds of thousands of years. The idea is to keep it this way.
It's an impressive view, but just a precursor to what will come. A short walk along the river, followed by a hike through a massive field of boulders, brings Kathleen and Mark to their destination, Cummins Falls. At 75 feet tall, it's the 8th largest waterfall in the state in volume of water.
The beauty of this place is really unrivaled. You can travel the world and see beautiful places, but these are great places right here in our backyard.
It's not very far from the hustle and bustle of my home in Nashville to get here. And when you get here, it feels like you're in the middle of the wilderness. It transports you to a place where I think we all need to go, to the quiet room, some people call it.
Kathleen calls it a place to experience the eternal. Within its jagged bluffs, water trickles, then mysteriously roars. While some see the falls as serenely spectacular, the panoramic landscape has also come under the spell of developers who dream of soaring profits.
This was the side that was threatened with 80 riverfront house sites all along the bluff. Then the economy tanked and it was foreclosed on.
A relief for now, but the Tennessee Parks and Greenways Foundation knew the only true way to protect Cummins Falls was to purchase it.
Not for ourselves, not for our children, but our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, and for people in Tennessee for the next several hundred years. If we develop them, it may help a few, but it won't help the people that are coming behind us.
Dr. Glenn Hall bid at public auction at our urging. The auction went higher than we thought. It brought more than $1 million for 186 acres. We have a year to buy the land back from him.
Just 1 year to raise over $1 million.
I'm hoping that we'll get a little more from the state and get them to turn it into a state park or natural area.
But it's really everyday people who are determined to save it.
We've had a lot of people step up and sponsor an acre, which is very generous, $5,686 per acre. And they're doing it by hosting house parties. And so it's bringing the community back to a place where the community used to come.
Over 100 years ago, the thunder of this great waterfall once powered a mill used to make everything from corn to wool. Today, the fall's nearly Olympic-sized swimming hole is rated among the top 10 in the nation.
I don't see how anybody could come down here and not have an appreciation for it. I don't think anybody could come down here and not want to get in that pool up there and swim or wade around and play in the creek.
If the foundation succeeds in raising the money, Cummins Falls could take its next evolutionary leap from an endangered resource that only a few are fortunate enough to enjoy to a state park that everyone can experience with wonder and awe.
Cummins Falls is a magical place. I have children who have grown up in the electronic age, and I've looked at YouTube videos with them and seen every kind of amazing thing imaginable is at your fingertip now, but it's on a screen this big. And if you want to experience life, you have to get in a place like this, and this is real.
I'm Ken Tucker on Tennessee's Wild Side.